You go to a church service, and what happens? You spend a long time telling God what to do as if you didn't know. And then a preacher gets up and tells you what to do. As if, you could just do it like that. Be unselfish. Yeah. What? Why do you want to be unselfish? Obviously, because you want to have a better opinion of yourself, which is, of course, selfish. There's no way of making yourself unselfish on purpose. It's like saying, you must love me. So, all right. So I'm married for some time, and my wife says to me, oh, darling, do you really love me? Well, I say, I'm trying my best to do so. So there's no point in telling people what to do if they don't have the power to do it. And in order that they have the power to do it, you've got to change their state of consciousness. And what does that mean? It means overcoming the sense of alienation between the ego and the rest of the universe, so that you feel one with nature and with society, instead of cut off. Now, certainly psychedelic chemicals do exactly that. And of course, sometimes that is terrifying to people, because, say, under LSD, it's very easy indeed to get the impression that what you do and what happens to you are the same process. Very. Well, that can be scary. But when you suddenly find that there's just a happening going on, you say, who's in charge around here? So you may think also that you're God, that you're doing everything. But that's a terrible responsibility, to be God. There was a young man who turned himself into the Los Angeles police on a bad trip with a note which said, please help me, signed Jehovah. Or else you may think the opposite, that you're simply a puppet with no influence on anything. Well, these are two ways of looking at the same state of consciousness. And when this happens to a person who doesn't know anything about the psychology of religion, they are as scary as all get out. But when a person does have some comprehension, this is a surrogate mystical experience. It's like swimming with water wings, and which he finds enormously interesting. And so it is really, for religious reasons, fundamentally, that people take consciousness-changing drugs. Same goes for alcohol. Someone once remarked in England, on Sunday mornings there's more Christianity in the pub than in the church. Human conviviality, let us say. So there are so many different angles to work on this, but the chaplains will never help in the problem so long as they're just moralizers. Our religion has to do something far more effective than moralizing. Now, come, what do you feel about this?
About the chaplain?
All right, about the chaplain. Are there any chaplains here?
One right here.
You are.
I play your right side.
So the country needs a credible religion. Is that possible?
I don't know why not. It wouldn't have to be organized necessarily. But the country is, in fact, trying to work one out.
Dr. Watts, doesn't the country have a credible religion?
No. I don't think so. I don't know what it would be. I mean, it has two kinds of spoiled Christianity. And Judaism, which for all practical purposes God is grandfather, and not to mention Mama. And I mean, I'm not talking about Hasidic mystics and fascinating people of that kind. That doesn't affect the country at large at all.
I guess what I'm saying is that what I would say is that, sure, observably, in many respects, maybe we don't have a credible religion.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, there is a credible religion. It's there for anyone who wants to experience it and to live it.
What is it?
Christianity.
Yes, but you see, the difficulty is that that's your opinion. When you say that Christianity is the credible religion, in reality, even though most people don't know about it, well...
And likewise, it's your opinion that it isn't credible.
Oh, yes, of course it is. Because I think one of the first things that is required of a credible religion is that it come out frankly and say that all authority is your own, because you buy it. In other words, if you believe the Bible to be true and set it up as authority, well, you did it. That was your opinion. Or if, on the other hand, like Roman Catholics say, well, Protestants believe their own ideas about the Bible, but we interpret the Bible by the authority of the Church. Right? So it just puts the problem one step back. So you bought the authority of the Church. So long as you have an authoritarian system, you're always deceiving yourself.
If God is authoritarian, then we are deceiving ourselves.
Well, you see, if you believe that God is authoritarian in the sense of the monarch of the universe, I don't see how you can be a loyal citizen of the Republic of the United States and believe that the Republic is the best form of government.
Why is that?
Because if the universe is a monarchy, obviously monarchy is the best form of government. See, that's the root of social strife in the United States today.
Which I wouldn't really disagree with. It depends on who the monarch is.
Yes, of course it does. But we have a republic. That means democracy in the kingdom of heaven. And that would be considered subversion. Those who believe that the universe is a monarchy. See, this is the problem Jesus ran into. He had cosmic consciousness. He knew he was one with God. How on earth was he to say that in the context of Hebrew religion, which adopted its picture of God, which is incidentally idolatrous, from the pharaohs of Egypt and the Cyruses of Persia? The biblical God is a Near Eastern monarch of ancient days.